Well, I've been involved with interfaith dialogue for many years, and I would say that my spiritual practice has really been quite eclectic from all the different experiences that I've had. But a number of things I have found to be very helpful that have helped me throughout the pandemic keep a positive mindset and a positive attitude. So originally, I come from the Church of Ireland in Northern Ireland. And when I was growing up, I was taught to say the Lord's Prayer and also to have a special way of remembering how to pray and what different things to pray. And I found this actually earlier today, and it says it's called a recipe for prayer, and it's a little teaspoon. And for the TSP, it's thank you, sorry, and please. So it's just a cute way of remembering the different types of prayer, and that's something that we might have had when I was a child in Sunday school. So when I moved over to Scotland for university, I got involved with the Ignatian Spirituality Centre, one of which is in Glasgow. And I was really drawn to Ignatian spirituality for a number of reasons. In that tradition, God is seen as actively involved in the world and intimately involved with us in every moment of our lives. Now, the Spirituality Centre runs retreats in daily life. So you don't have to go off to a monastery to go on retreat, but it's taking place in your day-to-day reality, where you have prayers and Bible readings, and you meet with a spiritual guide over a 6-week period once a week to talk about your experience of prayer. It's a very creative process. You may be given a gospel passage from the story from Jesus' life, which is called imaginative contemplation, imagining yourself into the story, and it helps you think about how would you react and how is your relationship with God and yourself. It makes you think a bit more deeply about that. You might also be asked to look at your daily circumstances at the end of each day and contemplate on what has given you energy and where God has been for you in your day. So finding those glimpses of beauty, goodness, kindness, and joy is so precious for keeping our spirits up. Also, the thought that God might be speaking to us through a still small voice, giving us a message of encouragement, hope, advice, and that sort of thing. Another influence on me was after university, I went to work in India, and I had the good fortune to spend some time in a Tibetan Buddhist monastery. Now, I was mesmerized to wake up every morning to hear the chanting of the young monks from the age of 6 doing their morning pujas. And from then on, I started to learn and read about Buddhist practice and types of meditation and chanting. One I was particularly drawn to was the practice of metta meditation, and that is a loving kindness meditation that involves sending love out into the world. So first of all, you sit quietly and send love to yourself, then to a friend, someone neutral, and then someone that you maybe don't like that much. And in the end, sending love right out into the whole world. And that sitting quietly and wishing love to others and the earth and ourselves takes us beyond our own worries and cares and gives us a sense of being co-creators for a better world. One thing I must mention that really gives me a sense of peace and encouragement, especially if I'm going through a difficult time, is just getting out into nature and going for a walk. Now, during lockdown, one of the things that's been so difficult for me, is not being able to travel about. I love hill walking, I love traveling, I love different countries, but actually just discovering what is there of beauty on my own doorstep. Living opposite the park, all the seasons, the spring, the trees and the flowers coming up, the autumn leaves, then the snow over the last few weeks. All those things take me away from that anxiety and the sludge, as I would call it, that can fill your mind up during the day. It takes you out of that and gives you that new, renewed freshness and peace and hope for better times ahead. So meditating, chanting, sitting, walking in nature, these are all things that help me in my daily spiritual life.